Hello, welcome there. It's Aluminum Tarot. We're going to go ahead and read the final fire sign for this reading today. We're going into Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. We're going to be reading to the love aspects for your relationship life. I guess your love life. Well, should I say it the other way around? I am ready for this Mercury retrograde to end. Good Lord, it is absolutely destroying my ability to communicate. That said, we're going to trudge through this anyway. As always, thanks for joining again. If you like what you see on this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Ding the notification bell so that you don't miss any important updates or videos that are posted here. Additionally, if you would like a personal reading that tunes into your specific energies, please feel free to reach out to me in the contact information included in the description box and the main part of the channel. Enough said. We're going to go ahead and look into Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising to see what's happening in your current love energies and what to expect and any advice that we can take from there. I'm going to go ahead and pull the cards. It's going to take about 3 to 5 minutes, so hopefully I'll just, get through this, and then we can go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of this particular reading, which is the discussion around what the cards show. Let's get to it. Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising, Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising, Sagittarius. Love for April 2024. Again, this is for April 2024. I'm just going to quickly say this. This is for April 2024. It's also roughly a 4-week period that you compare into the situation itself. Okay, let's continue. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, April 2024 for love. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, April 2024 in love. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for love, April 2024. 2 more. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, April 2024. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, April 2024. All right. Sorry, it's Friday, plus the end of the Mercury retrograde. My brain is completely fried. We are going to have a stellar reading in here. Let's get it done. Shared neutral energies. Oh no. Clarify. Empress. Okay. Right. Sagittarius thoughts. This five of cups is coming out for everyone. I'm so sorry. 5 of Pentacles. No. Yeah, why did I say 5 of Pentacles? I hope not. We have the Sagittarius person's thoughts. Oof. Sagittarius's feelings. Sagittarius person's feelings. Wow, jeez. Your person has to be an Aries for some reason. I'm getting a lot of Arian energy with this Tower and the Emperor reversed here. Let's carry on. Outward actions. And Sagi's person's outward actions. Good Lord, Sag, who did you piss off? We're going to go into this, but it's not looking like a happy reading here, so we'll see. Clarify. 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups. Clarify the Tower. All right. Clarify the Hermit. Clarify the Emperor reversed. Clarify the Emperor reversed. Reversed. Jesus Christ. Clarify the Ace of Swords. Clarify the World reversed. Oof, so many cards just flying out right now. Oof, God. Okay, I'm going to set that to the side. We're going to look at the final outcome. Some more on big money. Final outcome. Clarify the final outcome. Okay. The Chariot again. Page of Pentacles again. Advice. Let's go ahead and give the advice. And one more card of advice. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Sagittarius. Fucking hell. You're going through it. Six of Swords reversed in the reading. So clear indication that there's difficulty moving on from a past heartbreak, which a person separated from the relationship and decided to go their separate ways. We're going to look at some of the signs here to see exactly who's involved. Kipper, tell us a little bit more about this reading. Gaining a lot of money and marriage card. Okay, so main person is at the bottom. So maybe you were dealing with more than one person. That's the first thing that comes to mind. But additionally, we have gaining a lot of money, marriage card, and at the bottom of the deck, main person. So maybe perhaps you were with someone, this person was very affluent. This person was also your marriage person, someone that you saw yourself getting married to. And this in turn was kind of a very happy and fulfilling prospect that you potentially saw in this person that you were with. But apparently what's happening here is that we have the Empress in the reverse, carried by the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So you have 2 10 cards that have come out here with the Empress reverse. So that is an ending to something. Tens are endings and completions. It gives me a lot of World card vibes. And we do have the World card in this part of the reading here, which we'll get to in a second. But what we see here is that the way the relationship is right now, it has stopped growing, it has stopped developing, and now it is burdensome to keep it going because you have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups. The family dynamic has become so heavy and difficult that is actually atrophying the dynamics between the two of you. And that's pretty unfortunate because it seems like it started off either with the prospects of a lot of money and, I'm getting not necessarily gold digging vibes. Maybe perhaps you were either dealing with a gold digger or you yourself were digging for that gold. And so when I look at this main person card, something's drawing my attention to this. When I see this main person card, and I see underneath that, for some reason, rich girl, this is like the perfect power couple, 1 to 12. That is a complete cycle until we move to 13, which is death. I'm getting there was a happy, healthy relationship dynamic in all of this, and then something broke it apart, and then now the entire relationship is falling apart. Did you catch your spouse cheating? Did your spouse decide that they no longer felt the love and the adoration that they used to feel in this power couple dynamic? Well, it's coming out and it's quite apparent. Let's start with the basics here. So we know that this relationship is not growing. It is difficult to carry on the loving feelings of this family dynamic. And it looks like a split is imminent, because that's what I see in the advice and that's what I see in the outcome of this reading. I'm not going to bullshit that. The Chariot in the outcome of nearly all the readings I've done has come out in the outcome position. There are 78 cards in this deck. There are 78 cards in most tarot decks. The probability of that coming out as the outcome indicates that for a lot of people, they're ending relationships. And it depends on how those relationships are evolving right now. With the Chariot reverse, it means that's stuck. With the Chariot upright, it means that you're moving forward. But we'll get into more of the details about that in a second. Let's start with this. For you, you are wounded, you are hurt, you are dejected. The Five of Cups has come out for all of the signs that I've read for today. So for you fire signs, you are going through the ringer when it comes to love relationships. You're feeling wounded, defensive. You're also feeling highly upset and dejected that this relationship did not come to pass, or that it's ending. While on the other hand, your person is doing a bit of Netflix and chill so that they can get over the destructive nature of the separation of this relationship. So the way you think about this, for example, you're disappointed, you're hurt, you're on the defense right now. Your person, on the other hand, thinks that this relationship is a disaster and that they need to just take time out alone so that way they can, nurture their own energies and the things that they're working on at the moment. So they may be taking time away from the relationship so that they can focus on work, finance, their home life, whatever it is that they've built of lasting value, and they're nurturing it the same way a mother would also nurture their family. Now, in your feelings, however, we have the Hermit and we have the King of Pentacles reverse. I'm under the impression that you have almost neglected your physical environment right now, because the King of Pentacles reverse is someone who does not handle their daily responsibilities and does not master the practical matters around them. So you may want to pay a bit more attention to your finances and your practical matters right now. I think that's the reason why the Hermit is kind of looking at the King of Pentacles reverse in the upside, being upside down, and he's looking down at him saying, here's a light. Here's a way that you can get out of this sticky situation. So if you, Sagittarius, were dependent or to this extent codependent on someone who had more finances than you, maybe that's what's showing here. The main person gaining a lot of money and marriage card, that is ending. And we have these 10s right here. We also have another 10 in the advice card, which is showing to me that the family dynamic was a lot of your sustenance. You stayed in a relationship where the other person was the breadwinner. That relationship has come to an end. And now you're kind of scrambling to figure out what the fuck to do next, which it can it can throw your entire life into upheaval. If you have lost a job as well, this isn't really job related. This is a relationship reading. I'm trying to keep it focused on relationship, but there are a lot of pentacles coming out here. So if someone lost their job, or someone has lost the relationship and now that relationship no longer allows them to live the lifestyle that they had before, it is creating that chaos, that Tower card that this person is aware of in this reading. So they may be looking at you like, oh, wow, your life is a disaster, or someone's life is a disaster. And they're feeling that it's probably best for them to sit back and kind of keep out of it for now. In this person's feelings, the person you're dealing with, Fool reverse, the Emperor reverse. Let go. That's my let go, let God, combination right there. The Emperor reverse is someone who is either a control freak or they simply have lost control and they have to give it up. The universe is forcing them to give it up. Whereas the Fool reverse is definitely not taking a risk on this and they're leaving this to the universe to sort out. These are two major arcana cards. So this is Aries, and Aquarius is also Aries. So you may have been dealing with someone who was in Aries at one point in time. If you were in a marriage with an Aries and that marriage ended, it's basically sent your financial situation to a tailspin, and also this person that you've been dealing with has basically blocked you out. They feel like they would be stupid to come back into this relationship and to try to mend ties with you. I'm sorry, but I just have to call it the way I see it. That said, let's get through this absolute nightmare and then we can enjoy Friday. Good grief. On your side, you have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So you have two aces that have come out for your outward actions towards the relationship. You're trying to get clarity on this complete loss of financial, stability in your life. This will be the Ace of Pentacles. This is you're no longer receiving an opportunity to level up financially or to remain in a good standing financially. So recognizing that you have lost this connection to your finances, you're now going to try to devise a plan to get out of this. I can pull a card. What is the revelation for this person's finances? What is the revelation for this person's finances? Spirit. I'm getting the Page of Swords and the Moon. So you don't know. I'm going to be honest. Page of Swords reverse is a person who hasn't received clarity on a specific issue or who has not yet communicated that. It could be about not wanting to communicate your fears about what's taking place in your life, and that you feel that if you were to communicate that to your person, they wouldn't really care. The Moon, fears, doubts, insecurities. It's almost like you're keeping your information to yourself about how you feel. You want to be strong on the outside. Go within with that Hermit card and try to figure out exactly what you're trying to illuminate with the future of your life. If you're going through a divorce right now, which gives strong divorce vibes with that Ten of Cups and that Ten of Wands and this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. It's I don't know what to say. I would advise, before I even get to the advice cards, I would advise you to reassess what it is that you have been contributing to the relationship up to date, and then additionally finding ways to become self-sufficient by working with family, friends, and other people who can get you back on the right path. What I don't want you to do is to get into a situation where you feel extremely bitter that, your finances and your codependence on the other person's finances, or vice versa, creates a dynamic of hostility between the two of you, especially if the two of you separate in a divorce. We're going to get into the advice. This advice is glaringly apparent, and it actually feeds into what we're talking about right now. We have the World reversed and the Nine of Pentacles also reversed. So this is an incomplete cycle, and this is a lack of leveling up. And then this is the Nine of Pentacles right here. With the two of these cards, the way I see it together, the way that this person is responding to the relationship outwardly, in essence, I almost feel like they understand that they know you're going to be financially bereaved if if they separate, if you fully separate, and that they do kind of see that you will have a kind of a codependence on them. So maybe they want to contribute as much as they can, despite not wanting to work on the relationship itself. If this is your story, this is it's quite a tragic story, but you being the Sagittarians, you normally bounce back from things quite quickly. And I think that in this case, hopefully the same will apply to you. What was I doing? I saw, this came out as a cluster. And what I saw in this cluster, we have the Nine of Pentacles reverse, we have the Four of Swords reverse, and the Three of Swords reverse. So we have a progression series of cards right here. You're moving from the heartbreak. You're trying to get over this heartbreak in this situation, but it's giving you a lot of anxiety and difficulty in doing so. Normally with the Four of Swords in the upright, the person finds themselves in the same church as the people in the Five of Pentacles, which the card is not out here. It should be out here in this kind of reading. But the Four of Swords, the guy is looking at the the Three of Swords above them, which is this card here, reflecting on the heartbreak that they have experienced in the past, while in the arms of a sanctuary that they can rely on to help them get through it. This then allows them to rest upon the Ace of Swords, which is the clarity that they will receive, or the desire to cut out the heartbreak that they have endured in the recent past. So it's a kind of rest and recuperation card, but more so the way I see this card is that someone is overcoming the heartbreak they received in the Three of Swords, moving into the Four of Swords, which is giving them more stability over their thoughts and their emotions through rest and recuperation. Four being a number of stability, as you would see in the Four of Wands, or the Four of Pentacles, which is kind of like someone focusing on saving so that they can become stable, or holding back emotions, or holding back other things. There's also the number 4 that we see in the Emperor. However, the Emperor in the emotions for the person on the right is in the reverse, which indicates a kind of instability again. So we have a lot of cards of instability: the Tower, the Emperor reversed, the Fool reversed in some ways, Four of Swords, Three of Swords, the World reverse. Is just a lot of chaos happening in this. This normally happens in divorces. And this is the reason why I don't enter into marriages, because usually, I remember someone said it best, that people, when they enter into a marriage, they tend to be the complete opposite of the person that they are in the divorce. So it's important for people, if you get married, to make sure that you have certain agreements, contracts that you can sign out to protect your assets and your finances, and then additionally have a plan B in case things go belly up, because it's really tragic when one person has to fend for themselves or rely on the state, and then go into these lawsuits, which then create extreme bitterness and difficulties for the children involved, if there are children involved. That said, the outcome for this is clear. Chariot reverse, Page of Pentacles reverse. This is not communicating, not really learning the practical aspects, and without learning those practical aspects, basically the relationship is dead in the water. But what I see is just a lack of communication and not moving forward with the relationship itself. That's pretty sad. I'm really sorry you have to hear this reading, if this reading relates to you or to someone you know. Clarify the outcome. That's good. We do have something, the silver lining in the cloud. We have, YouTube does not like nudity, despite all of our best artists and thinkers and people from the past actually enjoying nudity because it represents vulnerability. But on YouTube, it represents demonetization. So we're going to just leave that card covered up. Oh yeah, there we go. Kind of know what it is, but not really. So we have the Star and the Chariot. God, I hate this censorship bullshit. Let's carry on. So we're dealing with hope. We're dealing with, despite things not moving forward with this relationship, there is hope. And I think that there is also healing. This is something that you'll need to tap into. Yes, you're focused on the financial aspects about it, but what about you yourself? The star has nothing but, well, for lack of better words, the jugs, the water, the water bottles, the water jugs that she's using to carry the water from the lake or the reservoir in port into land. This is nurturing the practical issues of your life with a bit of emotion and giving yourself a bit of balance to heal and to grow new things, because you have to water the soil in order for there to be foliage and growth. And for you, you're also using that North Star that's apparent here in the card number 17. Card number 17 is a star which follows card number 16, which is the Tower. So despite there being knowledge of a dramatic upheaval in your life, there is hope for you, and it is progressing into that. Maybe the relationship, you don't need to place your faith and your value in the relationship, but place it within yourself, and you'll be able to mend your life. And you no longer have to worry about this. You no longer have to worry about this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. What I like to show people is that the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse indicates a person who has failed to see their own value. They're waiting for an externality to give them their value, when in fact all they need to do is to give it to themselves. You determine your value. Typically, in a market, the market determines value, but with this yourself, you need to know your worth. And in order to know your worth, you can then get to this star card energy, picking up the pieces of your life after the Tower moment and healing yourself. So that way you give yourself the chance to become self-sufficient and independent. You're no longer going to be this Nine of Pentacles reverse. You're going to be the Nine of Pentacles reverse in the upright and not in the reverse. And this will give you the financial independence that you need to come out of this relationship relatively unscathed. So that way you can make the progress to healing not just your budget or your wallet, but also your heart. Because you have the Nine of Pentacles reverse here, and you have the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords. It is telling you, this person knows, or maybe even you know, this was all about codependency. And that codependency is due to heartbreak and the need to get over that heartbreak. You don't need to look to other people to give you your value or to give you that value. And what I see in the advice cards, this is also very telling, because you have the Devil and then the Ten of Pentacles reverse. Ten of Pentacles is the falling out of a commitment or a legacy or a family dynamic. The Devil is that attachment and obsession with the fallout. You are attached, or your person is attached and obsessed with the desire to mend this relationship for the financial benefits it gives them. There have been a couple of other readings that I saw not too long ago. I think Gemini had one not too long ago, where it was about a person who was looking towards the relationship for the financial benefits that it offered them. Too often we have a lot of relationships that give us something, whether it's a form of pleasure, like a sexual relationship, whether it's a form of finances, like a sugar daddy, sugar baby, whatever, or sugar mommy dynamic. You have people into relationships for fear of being alone. Whatever codependency that has preceded this long-term dynamic is what has basically led to its demise. And I think that now it's time for you to sever the ties, not necessarily to the relationship. The relationship is gone. It's just you now. Where are you attached to in this relationship, and why so? And furthermore, what are the toxic traits and qualities that you found within this relationship? Did you stay, for example, with someone that was verbally or physically abusive? Would you stay with someone that's cold, someone that cheats on you, someone that does awful things to you, just for the sake of the finances that you and the quality of the lifestyle that you receive from that? Too often, far too often. And yes, I'm going to call it out because I think it's important to say. Now, there's a lot of talk about red pill dynamics, what women want, what men want. However, if I have to play the devil's advocate, which I'm doing that right now, the devil card, there is a danger that I see a lot of people. And when they deal with red pill, they have this idea that they can attract any woman they want, and that woman's just going to yield to their frame. But for the woman, although they're going to provision the men and they're going to enter into the relationships because the guy is of high status and he's got all this stuff, this money and finances, where's the love dynamic in that? And this is what's happening a lot. I tend to rant like an old man shaking his fist at the fucking sky when it comes to the way that relationships have progressed and proceeded in today's modern age. Where's the love in these things? This is why I stay to myself. I'm more of a hermit when it comes to these types of relationships. I'm more like this guy here. And the reason why is because too often people get together for the superficial physical aspects of a relationship. These two cards here say a lot. This is almost like the quintessential manifestation of the modern day relationship. Non-commitment, toxic codependency, sex-based relationships, relationships based on money and status that are fleeting. We are attaching ourselves in 2024 and beyond. We're married to the devil. We get into relationships with the devil. We find the devil sexy and attractive. And that's what its job is. It's to point out all those superficial bullshit things that people are looking for in relationships. And when they get them, they realize this is not what it all was cooked up to be. And so when relationships deteriorate or fall apart, people are left to pick up the pieces. So what do? They jump right into another relationship. They take to TikTok and they bitch and complain about things as if it's going to make them do anything other than receive validation from people going through the same stupid shit that they are going through, because they do the same stupid shit. And I don't know why I'm swearing right now, but I'm in that mood right now where I see with this advice, with this being in the advice card, this is telling people like, wake up. When we go into relationships, we have done so for thousands of years. So this isn't solely a modern thing. There's been arranged marriages. There have been marriages convenience. There have been marriages for status and money. There have been trophy wives. There have been wags, like women, wives and girlfriends of like famous people. You know what makes me sleep at night is knowing that I can wake up in the morning. I don't have to put up with this type of toxic dynamic in a relationship. I've been in that situation before. And just as an aside note, just for me to give you a little bit of story time, I was in a relationship where the woman was making more. I was in a relationship where I was making more. And in both of those two relationships, there was a dynamic between us where one was constantly at the mercy of the other. And no matter how good it feels to be in a committed relationship and the status it brings to you, because Ten of Pentacles is the status card, it's never worth staying in it if it becomes like the devil energy here. If it's like the Lovers, then yeah, it's great, it's beautiful. If it's the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, great. We have this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Wands together. it's a burden to keep on this. It's like people are faking happiness when they're together, and the Empress is just kind of smothering. It's indolent. It doesn't attract the things that are healthy to the relationship. And the Empress reverse is also I get, vagina detentis, which is like the concept of the devouring mother in all of this. And one or the other persons in this party, in this story, wants to devour the other person through the sexuality that they experience with them. And they're doing so for the financial benefits and the gains. I'm hoping that's not the case. But that's what I get from normally the Empress reverse. The Empress reverse is the mother of the universe. Beautiful, caring, nurturing, fecund. She is completely fertile for all things, whether it's your imagination, for its family, if it's for a career and opportunities and growth of all that. That's dead in the water in this relationship. And it's time for us to take a look at that. It's time for us to see that we are the Empress. All of us are the Empress. We just need to know how to bring her about, to channel that energy. We have the Emperor and the Empress in this card. You could be dealing with Libra, Aries, Aquarius, more Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius again, and Virgo, and more Capricorn. So that's what I get from here. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to enjoy my weekend tomorrow. Next week, I'm going to enjoy my birthday because, yes, I am a part of the Moo Crew. Shout out to all of you. Enjoy the Taurus season. And that's it. Thanks so much for joining. If you like this reading, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the updates. And also, if you would like a personal reading, please feel free to reach out to me at the information in the description box below. Take care. Bye now. Check you later. Love and light.